This is industrial hemp, a diverse and unique crop that, when grown using traditional farming practices and harvested for the grain and stalk, the door of opportunity opens wide for the American farmer, rural communities, small businesses, and the environmentally conscious consumer. It's a plant with thousands of end uses, from sustainable building materials to highly nutritious food and feed ingredients to even durable plastic alternatives. Since the 2014 Farm Bill, cannabinoid production has established a perception and framework in the U.S. that many associate the word hemp with. Although harvested flower material has been incredibly helpful in opening up doors and educating consumers, it has also brought with it some unintended consequences to the other sectors of the industry, grain and fiber. That is why we are working today for a grain and fiber exemption.
My name is Morgan Tweet, and I'm an advocate for industrial hemp. My family started a processing company here in Montana, and we have seen firsthand what large-scale industrial hemp production can look like. We work with traditional row crop farmers who use the same drill, the same combine, the same baler, and other necessary farm equipment that they use for other crops, like wheat, barley, corn, alfalfa. Industrial hemp cultivation focuses on the grain and the straw, and in most cases, if there is any residual flower material, it's destroyed in the combine, the baler, or left to decompose in the field. When we look at the years of data collected all over the world where hemp was never prohibited, the regulating compound THC is not found in the grain or the stalk. We even see the DEA exempt these materials and products in their definition of marijuana. So, if the DEA isn't worried about these things, why is the USDA?
As you can see in the visual examples of the different types of hemp production in the U.S., there is a clear distinction between cannabinoid hemp and grain and fiber hemp. We see much higher plant populations, both male and female plants, and almost jungle-like looking fields. Whether it is grown for grain or fiber, they both have substantially different looks and much different farming practices than any field grown for cannabinoids. Law enforcement, regulators, and even your nosy neighbor should know within moments of walking onto your field what the level of risk for THC is. When the 2018 Farm Bill took the industrial out of the industrial hemp definition, we lost a distinction between very different crops. Now, stifling state and federal regulations are hindering the growth of grain and fiber. The answer doesn't have to be complicated, and with reasonable plans and trained visual inspections, grain and fiber can look much more like traditional agriculture. If U.S. farmers and manufacturers are ever going to compete on the global hemp market, then we have got to remove the stumbling block for growers. Let's open up the door for farmers to learn how to cultivate this crop and not hinder them with unnecessary fees and sampling. If you agree, please join us in supporting language granting a grain and fiber exemption in the upcoming Farm Bill. Learn more at hempexemption.com.